Let me talk to you.
Yeah, welcome back. Another edition Off the Cuff. Here talk some football. I'm Mike. That's Germ. How you doing?
Doing good, buddy. Been battling hiccups all day. Hopefully, I will be okay for the next, hour. We're going for an hour today.
This is your hiccup game.
This is
your Jordan
my
moment.
hiccup game.
This is your Utah moment.
Yeah.
This is what it's
I'm
all
not
about.
on opioids, by the way. Not on opioids.
No, you're not.
I don't know why this is happening to me today. Maybe I'm growing. I'm a growing boy.
You could be growing. We're getting tweets in the show now that you could be hungover, like McAfee was on game day.
Not hungover. Although last night I was at the Joe Coy concert, and I know a few people have said they have not heard of. Have you seen Joe Coy? Have you seen his Netflix or anything?
No, I know him, but I've never watched him.
Oh my god, he's hilarious. Anyway, it's the wife's favorite comedian, and he was absolutely incredible. He did 2 hours last night. I've seen Kevin Hart, Nate Bargatze, Burt Kreischer, Tom Segura, even Dave Chappelle.
He was the funniest?
He was the funniest. He had no, I don't know about the funniest. He had the best act because his stepdad was from West Virginia, so everything was focused on West Virginia. It was amazing. It was like a personal show. It was incredible. Amazing time. Anyways, continue.
Glad you had a good time.
Yep.
Like I said, this is your moment to step up. 1 hour.
1 hour.
It's the goal.
58 and a half minutes ago.
No way. Let's get right to it. Week 4. Any surprises? What we get into? Anything that shook us?
Surprises. Well, I didn't expect. I know it's a boring game to talk about first. Mike Tomlin. We talk about Mike Tomlin facing the rookie quarterback. T.J. Watt facing the rookie quarterback. They got dirt stomped in Houston, 30-6. So that was a little surprising.
Yeah, that didn't matter. The Steelers look terrible. Zach Wilson.
Yeah.
On the primetime stage in front of Taylor Swift.
We didn't start with Taylor Swift this week. We should have.
Whoops.
We had Ryan Reynolds. We had Wolverine.
Hugh Jackman. Yeah.
We had Queen of the North. We had all of them up there.
Zach Wilson, man, he played a good game. He looked better than Mahomes.
He did. Mahomes looked like garbage, which the Jets' defense is legit, and the Chiefs' receivers are still trash.
Yeah, it's not good. They haven't figured that out yet, that rotation. They play about 4 receivers, about 30-some snaps a game. They haven't figured it out yet. Some of those guys probably shouldn't be getting as many snaps as they are. I know Kadarius Toney, he got like 19 snaps last night. They've got to trim him down.
Mm-hmm. And we're still, it's the fourth quarter of Monday Night Football, this crappy game. And I just saw Daniel Jones take off for about 15 yards. However, flags went flying everywhere the second he took off. Unlike Patrick Mahomes, every time he takes off, they're just allowed to hold and hold and hold and hold. And rarely do we see a flag. Last night, I think we did see one on a scramble. But that was just like, all right, we've given him 10. Let's
because the play before that was the worst non-holding call of all time.
It was insane.
Where the Jets guys,
the dude was even like holding his arm, like, ref, please help me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I told you last week I had no interest in watching this game, and it's lived up to the hype.
Well, it was almost turning into a decent game, and then Daniel Jones just threw a horrible pick six. So instead of seeing 14-10, it's 21-3.
Threw it away.
Terrible game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thursday night, Lions Packers.
Yep.
Lions go into Lambeau again and get the win and really kick Green Bay's ass. They look good, man.
Yeah, I said last week this was the pressure game. The Lions had to show us they can win in Lambeau.
Yeah.
When it matters.
When it matters as the time you should win. And they took care of business 34-20. Defense looked good. Goff, Dave Montgomery on the ground. No complaints on them, man. Dan Campbell, locker room speech was fantastic.
Yeah,
he's awesome. Love that guy.
He is. Awesome. You want to run through a wall for him. I said last week I did not like Jordan Love. Don't love. Didn't trust him. Still don't think he's any good, and he wasn't any good in that game.
We're anti-Love this week. down on Love?
Down. I was down last week, but I'm continuing to be down on Love.
Going across the pond to London, Jacksonville Falcons. Jacksonville get the win 23-7. Not much to speak on this game. The same old, same old.
Ugly
Johnny
ass
Smith getting all the targets at tight end.
Yeah, I wrote that down. Johnny Smith goes 6 for 6 on targets for 95 yards. Kyle Pitts goes 2 catches, 21 yards on 4 targets. At this point, right now, today, I'm willing to say Kyle Pitts is a bust. I'm tired of waiting for next week. I'm tired of saying they don't have a quarterback. Well, this quarterback he threw the ball 31 times. You get 4 targets?
What I'm saying is he's
a
not
bust.
Looking at him. Does he not like him?
There has to be a reason. There's a reason he's not getting the ball. It's because he's a freaking bust. Not any good. Kyle Pitts trash. Drop him. Fantasy leagues drop him. Redraft leagues drop him. Dynasty leagues hold on and pray, but he sucks.
Anything else?
I'm just upset about the whole Kyle Pitts thing. In Madden, he's a god. Keep him in Madden. Because 6'5", he's got red zone threat as a superstar ability. He's tough in Madden, but in real life, he's dog trash. And I still don't know how good the Jaguars are because this game was terrible. Desmond Ridder threw them 2 interceptions. Like, he threw the game away early, and the only thing exciting about this was watching Woody in the game.
Yeah, Lawrence went through for 2 of 7. Nothing really crisp here. I predicted the Falcons to win this game. I thought they'd show up a little bit.
Yeah,
be able to run the football.
That's the main reason I'm upset because I like the Falcons this year, and they're just pooping the bed.
Yep. Dolphins and Bills. Bills.
Welcome to Big Boy Football.
Beat them up.
Welcome to Big Boy Football. You're not playing the Broncos anymore.
Josh Allen threw for 320.
21 to 25.
They were getting after Tua often on Sunday. Made it difficult for him. Achane ran for 101. Had a little bit of ground presence there, but they could not cover Diggs. They were having some serious issues with Diggs.
They better hope Ramsey comes back. And even if he does come back, and I know everybody's high on the Dolphins, and I still like the Dolphins. It's just one game. But they're going to be on the road in the playoffs. They're not going to the division. It's the Bills' division. Still their house. So Ramsey coming back, but they're still going to be on the road for 3 games. So I don't know if they can make a run.
Well, it's a shame, too, man, because the Bills' defense looks really good. And then Tre'Davious White goes out again with the Achilles.
Yeah, that's a big blow. Massive.
So we'll have to see how that affects them. Kind of same with the Cowboys losing Diggs. You don't know how it's going to affect the defense.
And White got hurt last year, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He's at the injury bug.
Yep.
But Bills blow them out. Nice win. I thought this would be the week that the Dolphins kind of fall back a little bit. And the Bills kind of make a statement. They could be the best team in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Broncos, Bears. I don't know if you saw any of this one. Broncos get the win. 31-28. Broncos were down 28-7.
And Justin Fields was lighting the world on fire.
He started out 23-24.
I know. And then what? Then he blew the game.
And then I could go into the Bears every week about what they do.
The sad thing is he did so freaking good, and then he fell apart. All he's doing is hurting himself because they're going to draft Caleb Williams.
It's almost like he's not involved in it, but it's like they're tanking.
Yeah, it's like
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like he's the only one that doesn't know
Maybe
they're
paying
tanking.
him, like guaranteeing him a second contract under the table.
It's like he did the Hurts thing in Super Bowl where he just lost the ball.
Yeah.
They pick it up and go, and then they just kept running the ball, and they still don't run him on anything designed. It's just, it's terrible.
Yeah, that game is more about the Bears being up so big and blowing it than it is the Broncos, because I just could care less about the Broncos.
Right.
They're trash.
Ravens go into Cleveland 28-3. No Deshaun Watson. Your boy DTR comes in and
he's not ready for this. He's not ready for Baltimore yet.
Not ready for
he's not ready for Baltimore
football.
You know who would have been good in that game? Joshua Dobbs.
Joshua Dobbs.
If they didn't chip him out.
Ravens took care of business there. I mean, that looks like I don't really mark that too much against the Browns because we know about that defense. That looked like a defense that was like, okay, it's like an hour before kickoff. Our quarterback's not playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those deals.
That was basically like yeah, agreed. It's kind of like when the Niners fell apart in the NFC Championship. The defense was just like,
What can you do?
We can't win. So,
What can you do? What else we got here? Bengals at Titans. I wanted to pick. I don't think I picked the Titans. I wanted to pick them so bad, I didn't do it.
no, we
But Titans
both went
beat them.
Bengals.
Titans beat them up 27-3.
That was the Vrabel game I think I wanted 2 weeks ago when I picked him, and I think you picked him last week, and both were wrong. But here they are.
Yeah, this was the Vrabel Titans.
This
game
was the Derrick Henry game. It's like, oh,
Yep,
Derrick Henry is still good.
Yeah, 122 on the ground. Tannehill 240 controlling the game. Burrow clearly not 100%. Everything is 1-2, get it out. Jamar Chase, he was upset after the game. Zach Taylor came out today. He's got to be a better play caller with Burrow's injury. I don't know how you manage something like that, though. How do you do it? I mean, you can't run an offense the way they're doing.
I mean, who's their backup? You might want to rest the guy. I mean,
did they bring in McCarron? Was that who they brought in?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, AJ McCarron's probably been their backup for 20 years.
Well, the interesting about it, like the longer this goes on, if this lingers. Remember when Jamar Chase said he wanted Burrow to sit out like week 5?
Uh-huh.
And he was serious about it. And now they just look terrible.
Yeah. Well, you go back to that meeting when he was talking to the owner on the. Did you see the meeting when he was on the back of the cart? They showed it on McAfee, and then he just like jumped off it while I was moving. It was just, I don't know. It seems like a lot of awkwardness in Cincinnati right now.
Not a big Zach Taylor guy anyway.
It never was, but he made it to the Super Bowl, so I kind of backed off of it. But
yeah, not going well there though. Rams at Colts. Rams get the win in overtime, 29-23. They were up 23-0 in this game.
Yeah,
it's another team that was up big and kind of backed off the pedal, and
it seems to be a trend on a lot of games this year.
Yeah, AR got some things going. If I tell you what, man, if he can harness just consistently, a little bit of accuracy.
Yeah, the accuracy's big, but
because his athleticism, his physicality it just stands out completely.
It's insane. And now all of a sudden you see JT is going to practice Wednesday. So
that should be, by the way, not to go backward, the Justin Fields mold for how they use AR.
Yeah.
But, Rams get the win, though. They get the ball in overtime. Stafford goes right down the field. No Puka Nacua.
Puka
for the win.
Nacua. I'm interested to see what happens next week because Stafford only throws the ball to one player.
One person.
He has his history of only throwing the ball to one player. What the hell is he going to do now that he's got two? Is he just going to go to Cup 15 times and forget about old Puka? Or is Cup just going to be an old man over there wide open, just go chill out while he's forcing it into double coverage to Puka?
Of the locker room after the game where McVay's giving the speech and giving the game ball to Puka, and he's not in there yet.
Yeah.
And he's running in, and
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Good hair on that fella.
He does it good hair. Bucks at Saints. Bucks get the win 26-9. Saints offense non-existent.
No, why did Derek Carr play?
I don't know.
37 times for 120 yards.
I don't know. Baker threw for 246. Man, that was a good game by Baker, I thought. Mike Evans gets hurt. He took some shots and hung in there. That's a tough place to play. Tough defense.
Evans and Lattimore always going at it.
Yeah. That was a nice game for Baker. Nice win for Tampa. As we saw earlier, Lions Bucks got flexed to 425. What, week 6? So that might be your national game of the week there.
Could be. Somehow.
Philly Commanders.
I'm so sick of Philly pulling these freaking games.
This happened last year, and I was so pissed off about it. I didn't really say anything except for win it, but now I'm going to say I'm so sick of them eking these games out against these inferior teams.
It drives me crazy.
I mean, it's great. They find a way to win. It's great. But it just aggravates me. Still not a good thing you let Sam Howell go down the field and score right at the very end of the game.
The Eagles have a pass rush, but I don't really like much else on the defense. I think they're not as good as they were last year.
Nah. No, they're definitely not. They're susceptible to the pass. I can't believe Rivera didn't go for 2.
I know.
And his
Never
reasoning
say
was,
riverboat again.
no, that person's dead. And to say that, well, the offense was gassed, that's why he didn't go for 2.
What do you think the defense was?
0 sense.
They just scored.
Because then, yeah, if you win the toss, now you got to drive down the field.
Yeah.
So, that was terrible. Go for the win. You're not even really supposed to be in that situation. Go for the win. Yeah.
Yep, agreed.
Minnesota, Carolina, not much on this game. This was an ugly game. Both Cousins and Bryce Young looked terrible.
Yeah, this was Cousins' worst game in a long time. I don't remember the last time Cousins played this bad.
They looked terrible.
And they still eked it out. Panthers trashed.
Panthers are terrible. That coach, I don't know if you, I'll say this. Not very good. I don't know if you saw, he came out and said at the very end, like he had a play designed for Thielen and then realized, oh, he's not in the game. So he had to call a timeout because the play can only go to Thielen.
Oops.
Yeah, just not a good coach. Steelers or Texans. Or Houston Texans. Texans get the win. 30-6. Them Steelers really kicked their ass.
Fighting D'Amicos.
I watched a decent amount of this game. Stroud throws for 306. Steelers couldn't get anything going on offense. Pickett looked terrible. He gets hurt, deal with his knee there. I think it was the third quarter. He got hurt. That one was over. Stroud looks really good, man.
Stroud looks sweet.
Looks really good.
Didn't really see it coming, but
nope.
It looks really, really good. He looks
promising.
He looks like he's on a different level than Bryce Young.
Yeah, he does.
Both in skill and in stature.
And in height, yes. Yes.
Nico Collins, just blew up that game.
Yeah, Nico's he's blossomed here in his third year. Damian Pierce looked good on the ground. That's a good looking squad.
They're pesky. Yeah. I don't
really
think they're a playoff team, but they're a pesky team. They could.
They're physical, man. They fly around defense.
Their over under was probably like 5.5.
Yeah, I think it was.
Maybe 6.5. I think they could get to 8 wins. They might get to 5 or get above 500. Who knows?
Would you be shocked if they won the South?
No. Nope.
I wouldn't either.
Nope. Didn't even think about that, actually.
Wouldn't either. I thought about it earlier. I'm like, that doesn't surprise me if they did. Vegas at Chargers. Chargers get the win 24-17. This is another Brandon Staley special.
An idiot. He's an absolute moron.
He's a moron. McDaniels. I'm still trying to figure out why when Adams caught that ball at the goal line that was a touchdown, why they ran hurry up. Then do the QB sneak when could have easily reviewed it and it was a touchdown. Then you get Staley. It's 4th and 1 on their own 34. Herbert's left hand is busted up. It's wrapped up. His finger's fractured and got a splinter on it. Yeah, and it run a QB sneak under center with him.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of punting it and making the rookie QB, who they couldn't protect at all, Mac with 6 sacks, go 80 yards.
Yeah, Mac getting 6 sacks is another thing. That's against the Raiders, no less. That's
what incredible. A throwback. Oh, Dimes with a pick.
I'll see it here in a minute.
Terrible throw, man.
I don't know what's happened to him.
It's terrible throw.
He just forced it because he was about to get hit.
That Giants fans get ready to stroke out. It's just.
Sean O'Hara looks like he's like 60 years old.
He really does.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah. Anyways, and then Staley telling Samuel he didn't know whether to tell him to go or stay because he didn't know the situation himself.
No, he didn't. He's embarrassing, man. Herbert continues to save his ass with his job. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah, Herbert wasn't really anything great in that game either.
It wasn't.
That was a division game though. Those division games can get like that.
He made the throw at the end of Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
To seal it.
Yeah, that throw was sweet.
What are you gonna do?
Was a dot.
Cowboys Patriots. Cowboys get to win 38-3. Worst loss in Bill Belichick's career.
So you killed both Tom Brady and now you've killed Bill Belichick.
King Slayers.
Who said that?
That was on Overreact McAfee today. Overreaction. Somebody wrote in.
Okay.
King Slayer. Yeah. Dak looked good, threw for 261. Mac looks terrible. He's not a good quarterback. We thought it was Matt Patricia. It's not Matt Patricia.
I think it's the old ball tapper.
I think it's the old ball tapper himself. He's out there throwing softballs, man. And it wasn't good. But nah, Cowboys get the big win to set up big matchup Sunday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
Against this team, the Niners take care of business against the Cardinals 35-16. Cardinals were pesky there for a little bit.
I'll give the Cardinals credit. They're not they're not quitting. Everybody kind of thought they'd quit. They'd roll over this year and for sure be the number one pick in the draft, which they still might end up being. But right now, I mean, through 4 weeks, they could have easily won. They won last week against Dallas. They could have easily won the first 2 games. Joshua Dobbs is really not bad. Like,
He's solid.
And he doesn't look fast at all, but he gets away from everybody. But anyways, Brock Purdy, 20 of 21. His only miss was on a 3rd and 20 where he was being pressured and just threw it in the flat to McCaffrey, and he was just basically throwing it away. That was his only miss of the game. McCaffrey 4 touchdowns. Could have had a 5th touchdown if they would have gave it to him at the 1 instead.
Why did they give him the ball? Yeah.
That's what they gave it to Juszczyk the first time, and I was like, "That's fine. Juszczyk deserves a touchdown." So, and then once he didn't get it, I assumed McCaffrey would get the next one, and then he didn't. Purdy just snuck it in, and then Shanahan. They asked him after the game why he didn't give him a 5th touchdown, because I guess it would have tied the franchise records. I don't know, but he said I honestly didn't know he had 4 touchdowns, or I would have. I was like, I find that hard to believe that the coach didn't know that he had 4 touchdowns, but
it's like him. I feel like he would keep track of that 100%.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, but that's it. The defense didn't look great, and they still only gave up 16 points. Here's my takeaway from this game. So the Cardinals cut it to 5, and they were going for a 2-point conversion in the 3rd quarter. Could have cut it to 3. They end up not getting the 2-point conversion, even though the 49ers only had 10 people on the field. Then the Niners, Fonga pushed him out of bounds. Then the Niners got the ball back, went right down the field and scored. Got the ball back again, went right down the field and scored, and ended the game. So that's what legit teams do. You finish them. So it was close, and they finished them. Same thing last week. That was close. They finished them.
Good teams win. Great teams cover.
That is true. I didn't think they were going to cover, but they did.
I didn't either. I was like, oh, man, I'm going to get that wrong. And then they got it. Yeah. We talked a little bit at the beginning. Chiefs, Jets, Sunday Night Football. Chiefs get the win 23-20. Zach Wilson threw for 245. Looked really good, man. That drive coming out of halftime in the 3rd quarter, best drive of his life.
Yeah, he looked great.
Throwing the ball downfield accurately.
Not the Roddy Harrison, but he looked great.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. Just trash. But Chiefs, I don't know what's going on with the Chiefs. I mean, we talked about the wide receiver thing. I kind of think Kelsey doesn't look great.
No, I don't think he does either. There's something, I don't know. Something is weird about that whole offense. And they lost Bieniemy. Yeah. Maybe that's what we're seeing. But yeah, Mahomes looked terrible. He got bailed out on that freaking holding. He just threw up a prayer. Kelsey was standing there wide open. If you saw the replay, Kelsey was wide open, and he slings up the prayer and gets the holding call after the freaking ball's intercepted. I was watching the sack.
When I was thinking it last night, and Sauce Gardner said it after the game. It was like in the NBA when a ref doesn't call the foul.
I saw that.
Just wants to see if they make it or not.
He double clutched it.
Exactly. Yep.
What the hell are we doing?
I don't know, man. You're right. Completely bailed them out. But Chiefs get the win on Sunday night in front of Taylor Swift and all the Swifties.
Yep.
And 27 million people, most watched game since the Super Bowl.
Insane.
Seahawks just had a field goal. They're up 24-3.
Yeah, and there's not much to talk about in this game because this game was an absolute poop show.
Exactly.
Geno got hurt, come back in. I mean, didn't Drew Lock throw a touchdown?
He landed like the 1 yard line and no Fant, I think.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was. Kenneth Walker looks good, and I've got no takeaways from this crappy game.
Nope. I didn't
Daniel
think the
Jones
Giants would
looks
make it back to the
god-awful.
playoffs. I thought last year was a little fluky, and I thought people would be ready for them, and they have been terrible,
I
especially
can't
the
believe
first
this
half.
guy stole the coach of the year from Shanahan.
I know.
I
Awful. All right. Anything else week 4?
think that's it. We did that in 25 minutes. Okay.
Look at us.
Good.
That's improvement
It's
right
better.
there.
It's better. It's
That's
been 40
improvement.
to an hour. So
That's growth.
that's good.
Okay. So we moved from week 4 now. Now we're going to get into, we've done this in the past a little bit. We have questions for each other. 3 questions. We ask each other and see what kind of answers we come up with.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go first.
Sure.
Brock Purdy,
Yeah, that's my guy. Yeah.
in your unbiased opinion,
Completely.
should he be getting more love as an MVP candidate for how he's playing?
Well, the problem with that, and I actually saw they talked about it in a couple of the Niners beat writer YouTube shows I watch. The issue is Christian McCaffrey.
Yep.
If they get an MVP out from San Francisco, it's the only team that the running back is the choice. Now, the MVP has turned into a quarterback's award, but with the Niners, it's Christian McCaffrey. Everything goes through McCaffrey. Receiving, rushing, everything. He gets the ball 25 to 30 times a game. It's freaking week 4. I really wish they would stop giving him the ball so much. It's kind of driving me crazy. But here's what it is. Now,
it's a player of the year.
Yeah, if he stays healthy and keeps doing this, I think he's a lock for offensive player of the year. Unless Tyreek ends up with 2,200 yards, something crazy. But I do think everybody was worried about how Brock Purdy would recover from the arm injury. They worried about if everybody got the tape on him. Now everybody's studied him for a year. He looks way better than he ever did. And everybody talked about his arm strength and the deep ball. He threw 3 or 4 passes over 20 yards in that game, and one of them was a 40-yard dot to Brandon Ayuk. So,
Tell you what, the play they run, and I think Shanahan actually called it their cheap play, maybe.
Yeah, the one they stole from McDaniel.
Where they were coming across the field, play action, spin the other way, and throw it back right across the field, coming across.
Oh no, that's not that one's not the cheat.
That's a different play.
Well, the cheat. He said the cheat
always
motion was the one where Debo comes over and they snap it as he's running. But yeah, that play they kill everybody with. I don't know why it's always open either. and McVay runs it a lot, and that's where Cooper Kupp's always wide open.
Completed to Ayuk at least twice yesterday.
I think 3 times.
They do it every week.
Yeah. Because they usually get Debo going past in a decoy and Kittle underneath in a decoy, and then here comes Brandon Ayuk wide open.
I'm going to see that Sunday night and lose my mind.
Yeah, anyways, Brock Purdy, legit, but if McCaffrey stays healthy, that'll be the guy that gets the Niners vote.
Right.
My question: are the Cincinnati Bengals going to make the playoffs? 1-3. Super Bowl favorite, or one of Super Bowl favorite. I think I had him in my Super Bowl.
This was my 1 seed going in to the AFC, going into this season. It's my 1 seed for the AFC. I'm going to say no right now because I think they have serious issues that aren't going to go away unless Burrow sits down for a little bit. That leg is an issue. The way the play calling is an issue. They don't look good on defense. I think there's a lot of frustration in Cincinnati right now. And I don't know how it goes away. Like they're at Arizona this week. I'm not going to be shocked if go in there and Arizona gets them with the way they're playing. So no, I'm going to say right now no, because the AFC North is tough. Any of those teams can beat each other.
Right now. Eli Manning is sick to his stomach right now. Just watched another turnover. Oh God. Yeah, continue in Cincinnati. Eli's just devastated.
I know. But Peyton's disgusted and Eli just looks shocked. But no, right now I'm going to say no.
I don't think so.
I feel good. They just look terrible.
Scheduling will get any easier.
No. Okay. Question number 2. Should the Falcons change quarterbacks right now?
Okay, so me and Brett was actually talking about this in the chat today. Brett, big Falcons fan.
I know.
I think it's close now with Heineke. Heineke is proven to be a solid backup that can go in and win games, kind of like Gardner Minshew, Ryan Fitzpatrick, those types, and now Joshua Dobbs. They're 2-2. The Bucs are 3-1. That division's wide open. It's still way early in the season. The division's wide open. Ritter ended that game for them before it even started. Like, the game was over in the first half because he has 2 interceptions. And it was pick six. If they don't win this week, who do they got this week?
Houston.
I just looked that up. Okay, so that's a huge game. If he looks bad again this week and they lose, I would move on immediately for week 6 because they can win the division this year. This is as bad as that division's going to be for a long time, probably. So if they start falling behind, there's no reason to keep with him. I don't think he's any good. I said over the summer I didn't think he was any good.
I agree.
He looks like an old man. I mean, he does. He looks like an old man. He's got a bust tight end. I like Arthur Smith. I like his plan. Like he wants them to be like the Detroit Lions. But he's not making them like the Detroit Lions. Ritter's throwing the ball too much.
Yeah.
Just don't like it. But I honestly think Heineke with those weapons, I think they'd be a lot better on offense with him. I'm one more week.
They would actually use their weapons, yeah.
Yeah, 1 week. If he looks bad this week, I move on instantly. Because otherwise they're going to end up falling 2-3 games back. And then the season's lost.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Agree.
Okay, perfect. Perfect question for this. Perfect follow-up. Who wins the NFC South? Bucs are 3-1, Falcons are 2-2, Saints are 2-2. Right now, who do you think wins the NFC South? I don't know why I
picked the Saints start the season, and their offense, man, is awful.
Yeah, I don't know why Carr played.
I mean, they have to produce something on offense. They just can't do it. I'm going to go Tampa right now. Just because I don't – we saw them against the Eagles, that level of competition.
Yeah.
But for the South, there's talent on that defense. I think Baker can play well enough. Have weapons at wide receiver. They can stay healthy. I would say Tampa. Just because – I mean, none of the quarterback situations are ideal or great, but if they stick with Ritter, man, they're not going to win a ton of games.
Nope.
So, I mean, I think their defense has improved. They fly around a little bit on defense. But, I mean, they look like a team that, like, oh, Bijan, he made that sweet move. He made 3 guys miss. Oh, they lost. That's what it looks like right now.
He did make a sweet move.
So I'd go Tampa right now.
Yep.
Okay. The season ended today. Right now. What we've seen so far. Would you pick the Buffalo Bills to come out of the AFC?
Man, see, I always hate playing like Monday.
Overreaction Monday.
This is complete overreaction Monday. But it's a couple weeks in a row now.
Mm-hmm.
So they had the 9 sacks or whatever last week. Their pass rush is legit. And that's what you need. Franchise quarterback, and then you got pass rush on the other side. Today, I think they're the best team in the AFC today. Yes, so I would say yes, but they tend to fall apart. Well, last year they fell apart in the playoffs. The year before last, they just got screwed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say yes. Josh Allen's playing the last couple weeks. Ever since that Week 1 disaster, he's looked awesome. He's looked like Josh Allen. He looks like the MVP Josh Allen. I think I think he has the best pass percentage in the league right now, which is crazy.
After yesterday, he's probably MVP favorite.
Probably. I would say so.
Probably knock Tua probably back to 2, him up to 1.
Yeah, Tua definitely get knocked down after that one.
Yeah.
After that little wake up call, which Tua didn't look bad, but they just ran into a buzzsaw. They ran into the superior team. My last question. Are any quarterbacks besides Trevor Lawrence from the 2021 draft class going to be starting in week 1 of next year? So Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Justin Fields. Basically, Mac Jones or Justin Fields. Do you think either one of them will be starting next year? Unless you think Trey Lance is taking over the Cowboys.
Wouldn't that be the one that would just destroy me? I'm going to say yes because I don't know if the Patriots will be in a position to give up fully on Mac. I don't know. And he could get better. Who knows? But I don't know how.
He looked bad last year.
He looked bad last year in that offense. I think his rookie year, he didn't look bad at all.
No, his rookie year, he looked fine.
Yeah. But he has not looked good this year. Fields is a guy that I could see if it gets to the point where the Bears have a number 1 pick or the number 2 pick to take a quarterback, I could see Fields going somewhere else.
I could see him being traded too, but
like the Falcons.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I think there's only a couple openings though. Yeah, there are very few choices that would trade for Justin Fields for him to start.
Right.
And it would basically be, I think this year they have to decide whether or not they want to pick up his 5th-year option.
Yeah.
They got that too. I don't think they would pick it up.
No, I think you just got to look at how many teams too are unhappy right now. Really, we're week 4, finishing up. How many teams are unhappy with their quarterback position? I mean, you talk about probably Chicago. We just saw Dimes here on Monday.
New Orleans, Denver.
Yeah, Pittsburgh with Pickett. That looks bad.
Packers will be because Jordan Love's not very good.
Yep. Cousins.
Danny
I don't think
Jones.
he's not back in Minnesota next year. I don't think.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad quarterback play out there right now.
Yeah.
Not everybody has Brock Purdy.
Not everybody has MVP candidate Brock Purdy. Okay. Any more questions?
Nope. That's it.
All right.
No bonus questions.
No bonus questions. Let's move on to quick power rankings. Top 5. What we've seen so far. We're a month in. What have we seen so far? Your 5.
My 5, 49ers, easy. I don't think anybody can say they're not the top team right now. My number 2 is the Bills. We just had this debate. I think they look the best right now after week 1. They've looked great. Number 3, I don't like it, but it's the Eagles. They're 4-0. Find a way to win ugly.
Same.
They should lose some of these freaking games, but somehow they keep pulling them out. 4, Cowboys. Last week they proved was a fluke. They're the number 4 team in the league.
Same.
Their defense still legit, still the top 3 or 4 defense in the league, even without Diggs, and offense looked better. And my number 5 is same as number 3, ugly. I don't like it, but the Chiefs haven't looked great, but they still win ugly, and their defense is better than it was last year.
Our top 4 is the exact same.
Mm-hmm.
I went with Dolphins at 5. Just because I didn't want to drop them all the way out. I still think they look better. I still would take them over Kansas City in the game right now. But that was a good little shot in the mouth yesterday they may have needed. Who knows?
Don't they play Kansas City in, like, Germany? Is that the Germany game?
I think it is. Yeah, it's overseas, isn't it? Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
Tyreek.
Okay. So that's our power rankings. We agree on what 4 of the 5.
Yep.
Game balls.
Game balls. Ronnie Bass.
Game balls. We have.
Game ball.
Okay, so we did 2 game balls, and then we did 2.
Last week we were giving out 3 game balls. You went off the cuff, and gave out 3 negative balls. So we called those the Mac Jones ball taps.
Mac Jones ball taps.
So now we've decided to give 2 good game balls and 2 bad Mac Jones ball taps.
Exactly. You want to go first?
I'll go first. My number 1 game ball will go to Brock Purdy. You go 20 of 21 with your only incompletion being a throwaway on 3rd and 20. Brock Purdy gets a freaking game ball. 280 yards, touchdown, rush a touchdown. Right now in the NFL, through 4 weeks, he has the number 1 quarterback rating and the number 1 fancy ESPN QBR that they go by, their own quarterback rating. He's number 1 in both.
Not bad.
Yep. Brock Purdy.
My game ball, I said last week I needed to see it from them on the stage when they were the favorites. My game ball goes Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Very impressed by him, a leader of men. His speech in the locker room after the game was pretty awesome. And then what was the line he gave? They should put it on a T-shirt, really. The line he gave about somebody asked him about how they feel to be the hunters instead of the hunted.
Mm-hmm.
And he said something like, they won't have to look far for us. We'll be right on the front porch. just a great quote machine, that guy.
He is a dog.
And they respond. They've taken his personality, and they respond to him, and he's got him a team up here in Detroit.
Yeah, they're all pissed off. So, like, did you see Jared Goff talk shit to Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
I don't like Jared Goff. I've said it before because he still has that Rams stench on him.
Exactly.
But and he didn't need to stand up for himself and make it awkward right there, but he did. He had something on his chest, and he had to say it. So they can act like that was a joke, but it wasn't a joke.
No, it was serious, and I think
nobody calls somebody a poor man's Matt Ryan. I mean, that's as bad as it gets.
If you're a poor man's Matt Ryan, what are you like? Are you the level of trash? Are you below trash?
You're pretty low.
If you're a poor man's Matt Ryan, are you like the starting quarterback?
What would Rodney Harrison say about that kind of trash?
You know what's bad about that? To say shit like that, and then the next morning you have to call to apologize. Like, you know you were an idiot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. That's sad.
Dan Campbell, game ball.
Well, I guess we're doubling down because my other game ball goes to David Montgomery, who our buddy Eric will enjoy. Despite only averaging 3.8 yards per carry, which is terrible, he had 32 carries, which is insane in 2023 for a running back to have 32 carries. He's perfect for the Lions, for Dan Campbell's offense, because all they have to do is get a lead, and with their offensive line being as good as it is, he's the perfect guy to put his head down and go get you 3 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, and grind out the game.
3 yards.
I mean, that's all he's going to get.
It's true.
That's all he's going to get is 3 yards. But
it's true.
He's pretty much guaranteed to get those 3 yards. I'll give him that. He ain't getting you 4 or 5. What was the thing that somebody used to always say? Who was the guy? Oh, was it Chris Fumatu Matafala? Remember that guy?
Yeah.
Or no, I think it was Mike Allstott. John Madden, whenever he said, if you need 2 yards, he'll get you 3. If you need 3 yards, he'll get you 3. If you need 4 yards, he'll get you 3.
Tell you what, man, it's funny you said that. The best thing ever, like, I don't know if it happens to you, but like randomly on Twitter, I'll get on there and I get like Mike Allstott highlights.
Yeah, I saw some the other
this guy's
day,
a stud, man. I forgot how good he was. Yeah, I forgot how good he was.
I loved getting the Bucks on Madden and just running over people with Allstott and then tossing it to work done.
War done.
I loved it. Thunder and lightning.
Okay.
Ball tap. Or you got one more game ball.
Yeah, I got one more game ball.
You got another.
I'm going to give a game ball to the Texans front office.
There you go. Sorry,
Texans front office. Now, we just spoke about the Lions and everything. A lot of talk about the Lions rookie class with Gibbs and Branch. Texans rookie class, man, is sweet, and they are delivering on the field. You talk about Stroud gets the highlights. Will Anderson gets the highlights. Like, Tank Dell has stepped up and become a threat. Him and Stroud are like best friends and hang out all the time, so that connection's there. Even like at linebacker, like Denzel Perryman has been hurt the last couple of weeks. They brought in Henry To'oTo'o, linebacker from Bama. I think he's leading rookies in tackles at linebacker right now. He's been really good. So they drafted really well, and all those guys are delivering already a month into the season. Game ball Texans front office.
Okay. I'm just updating our standings real quick from the game just now. Hey, it worked. We both got the Seahawks, right?
Did we?
Yep. All right.
It's a dub.
Ball tap time. Number one ball tap goes to
Ball tap.
Desmond Ridder. We just talked about him. We talked about him earlier. 2 terrible interceptions, killed the game instantly. On the verge of being benched. I mean, anytime it's week 4 and your coach has to say that he's still the starting quarterback, that's the beginning of the end. I said when you asked me the question, should he be the quarterback still? I got 1 more week. If he looks bad next week, throws a pick or 2, I'm done. Taylor Heineke's sitting right there. He can win you some games. He's good enough to win this division. Yeah, the Pixar character could have thrown better than he can. I'd let Woody sling it around. Terrible.
So you are the manager of the Cubs and Rookie of the Year when Chet Steadman goes, give me 1 more.
Yeah.
And you're sitting there going, 1 more.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting.
That's you.
1 more.
That's you. Okay.
The offense is stale as can be.
It's a great reference by me, by the way.
That was great. Chet Steadman, the Rocket.
The Rocket. But I'm not the Rocket anymore. All right, ball tap. Bill Belichick.
Oh.
Okay.
Too soon.
Comes off the worst loss of his career, 38-3. I saw the stat. I can't remember the number. His record post Brady is very Cleveland Browns. Now, I'm not even going to say, is it Brady, Belichick, that whole thing.
They broke the whole team up.
I think you could ask the question, man, in 2023, has football kind of started to pass him by a little bit?
That's the case.
That's the question.
Yes.
Because the decisions he makes with his coaching staff,
he's
with his son running the defense, and nobody's going to hire him, bringing in Patricia as offense coordinator. If anybody else does that
was terrible.
I understand he's won Super Bowls. If anybody else would do something like that, bring in a defensive coordinator to call the offense, they would get murdered.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Mike McCarthy did that for the Cowboys. Oh, my God.
Well, then Mike Tomlin still had a doofus running his offense for the last 3 years.
He's terrible. God,
Canada out of
should have been fired.
College.
Should have been fired. Belichick, he hasn't drafted well. I don't know how many years. I do like Christian Gonzalez. They got a couple guys I like from the draft, but it's not a big step up from what they've been doing in the draft. And yeah, it's not even like a Brady thing. You just have to wonder, as a football guy running a team, coaching a team at his age, has it just passed him by a little bit? Because now he's not losing, he's losing. He's been getting beat up some. So that's ball tap. Bill Belichick.
Yep, and my last ball tap will go to the state of the Cincinnati Bengals, as we have talked about. Burrow's not healthy. I think they've done a bad job managing his whole injury and everything. Chase pissed off. Now Higgins can't catch the ball. Joe Mixon can only get 3 yards a carry. They went from Super Bowl favorite, everybody's darling, to now they're basically unwatchable and look like the crappy old Bengals they used to be. I don't like Zach Taylor.
Forgot to mention, too, Higgins got hurt, didn't he?
He did get hurt. The week before
he
last.
Fractured a rib?
Yeah, the week before last, he couldn't catch, then left the game. Now this week, same issue, and then he get hurt.
Yeah. Okay. It's a good pick. My last ball tap goes to Deshaun Watson. He's got a lot of issues off the field, as we know.
You think?
But let's head in. Okay, so they're playing the Ravens yesterday, and what it came out was he's got an issue with his shoulder in practice during the week, but he was going to play. Doctors clear him to play, good to go. And then an hour and a half before kickoff, he's out. And then Stefanski comes in today and basically kind of throws him under the bus and says, well, the doctor's cleared him to play, but he knows his own body and he chose not to play. Okay, whatever. Then you got, can't remember his name off the top of my head, the tight end that got burnt.
Oh, Njoku?
Njoku.
Coming with a mask?
Comes in wearing a mask.
Looks like a badass.
Looked awesome. Yeah. He's burnt, and he's going to play or try to play.
And he ends up being the leading receiver of the game.
Yeah, and Watson doesn't play.
Didn't even know if he could put his helmet on.
No, they was worried it was going to be too painful for him. And he suits up and plays, and so Watson is cleared to go and doesn't. So giving it to Watson. He deserves probably a permanent one anyway.
Yeah, Watson getting his balls tapped has been a lot of his issues. Anyways.
It's a good one.
All right. Pick time.
Where are we at on time?
50 minutes.
God, we're good. Okay. All
Good
right.
defense.
Let's do it. Week
All right.
5.
Week 5 picks. I got them on the screen this week so everybody can see just how terrible we actually are, which is
So
hilariously terrible. Last week, Mike was 6-10. I was 7-9. For the season, I am 25, or Mike's 25-38. I am 28-35. Terrible.
bad.
So please do not follow us on your gambling.
No.
There might be a few games in here that I like, but I would never bet on every single game. So some of these games we just have to pick people, even if we don't like picking the game. Okay. Anyways, Thursday night football, trash game. Bears at Commanders. Commanders 7-point favorite.
Did you know the Bears have given up at least 25 points in their last 14 games? At least 25 points in the last 14 games. Commanders.
I agree. I'm not. If I get caught picking the Bears in anything ever, just smack me. Oh, I actually typed in Bears. I was saying it, so I typed it. Oh, let me make that screen just a little bit bigger there. There we go. Okay.
All right. Sunday morning back in London in Tottenham Stadium. Jags Bills. Bills favored by 5.5. Give me Buffalo.
Oh, I forgot that was the early game. Yeah. I feel like that's going to be another blowout.
Could be, yeah.
So I might. That's a game I like. That is a game I feel comfortable throwing some pennies on. So I got the Bills too. Giants at the Dolphins. Dolphins are a 9.5-point favorite. The Giants just now looked absolutely horrible right in front of our face on national television.
Dolphins all day.
I agree. There's no way they can keep up with them.
Nope.
This line is going to go crazy. I think that line's going to end up going up to like 10.5, maybe 11.
Yep. Texans at Falcons. Falcons favored by 1.5. Give me the Texans.
Who thinks
Still
they can be
train.
favored over the Texans? Might be on the road, but it's still a dome. CJ Stroud's 10 times better than Desmond Ridder. I've got the Texans. So we are same old so far.
Yep.
Panthers at the Lions. Lions are an 8.5-point favorite.
Lions are going to. I don't think it matters what they do on offense in this game. They're going to suffocate Bryce Young. Give me the Lions.
8.5's a lot.
It is a lot.
Are the Lions good teams win? Great teams cover.
Good teams cover.
Yeah, are they great enough to cover 8.5 against a bad team?
They're going to get a defensive touchdown in this one. Probably pick 6.
They should. I like it. Still agreeing on everything.
Okay. Might change up here though. Titans at Colts. Colts favored by 1.5.
Titans at the Colts. Mike Vrabel seems to be back in his pocket.
I'm taking the Titans.
I just can't. I can't go against AR at home. JT might play. If JT's playing, AR's running out of the tunnel. JT's coming out of the tunnel. I mean, that's place is going to be rocking. I'm taking the Colts.
Okay, we disagree.
We finally disagree.
About time. All right. Here's a game I'm not watching 1 second of. I don't care. Saints and Patriots.
Skip it.
Patriots favored by 1.5.
Yeah, this is gross. I can't see a scenario where the Patriots don't bounce back from losing their worst game in Bill Belichick's life, so I'm taking the Patriots.
God. Okay, no Christian Gonzalez. Judon got hurt. Give me the Saints.
Yeah, that game's gross.
I hate it. Ugh, I feel dirty.
Ravens minus 4.5 in Pittsburgh.
Well, it's a big rivalry. They always play it tight majority of the time. Possibility of no Pickett, though. Trubisky's on the field. I really don't think it matters, though, really. They might be better with Trubisky. I don't know. Give me the Ravens.
I'm taking the Ravens, too. I think that's the game. The offense is going to shit the bed again, and they're going to fire Canada.
Yeah. Eagles at Rams. Eagles favored by 3.5.
Eagles favored by 3.5 against the Rams. Give me the Rams. I think the Rams might win it outright.
Give me the
Probably half
Eagles
and half with the fans, but
give me the Eagles to do what they always do.
yeah, probably. But
They're going to get after Stafford.
Even if they make it an ugly game, you got Cooper Kupp coming back.
That's true.
If the Rams lose by a field goal, I still win. So. Bengals 3-point favorite in Arizona.
I'm taking the Cardinals.
I'm also taking the Cardinals. The people who have picked these spreads, it's like the college football top 25 when you still factor in last year. Yep. I feel like that's what's happening here. They haven't watched the Cardinals play. The Cardinals aren't terrible. They're not bad.
No,
they're pesky. And the Bengals have been absolute garbage. So, taking the Cards.
Chiefs at Vikings. Chiefs favored by 5.5.
This is the game that the Chiefs end up losing, I bet. I feel like this is the one where the Kirk Cousins going to have a big game. The Chiefs defense has looked good, but I don't know. Something about this game. I just feel like this is a road loss for the Chiefs.
I think it's either it's one of two ways. The Vikings are going to win, or the Chiefs are just going to beat the hell out of them.
I think whoever wins is going to win big. Either way. I don't think it's going to be a close game.
I think the Chiefs are going to be pissed off about that Jets performance. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Vikings. Something about it. I would not bet on that game, but
I agree. Stay away. I agree.
I'm taking Jets at the Broncos. Exciting football here. The Broncos are a 2.5-point favorite. The team that gave up 70 points 2 weeks ago. And then we're down 28-7 to the worst team in the league. Are a 2.5-point favorite on the team a lot of people thought would go to the Super Bowl. That's what Week 5 looks like here in the NFL, folks.
I think this is Zach Wilson on the road. But Russ against that defense. But how many times the Jets I feel like they just keep getting kicked in the teeth every week. And they got to keep coming back. You know what? Give me Denver.
I'm taking the Jets. I don't think they're going to put up a lot of offense, but I don't think they're going to need to because defense will get them a dud. Defense will get 2 or 3 turnovers. One of them's going to be an interception return for a touchdown. One of them's going to get them in field goal range. They're going to win this game 13-6. You heard it here.
That's pretty definitive.
I saw it. It's in my head. It's right here.
I saw it.
We're saving Sunday Night Football. Packers at Raiders. Monday Night Football. Packers are a. What did I do here?
Who's 1.5.
Packers by 1. Okay, I did that like I do my Madden lines where I put the plus 1.5.
It's an ugly game. Adams might be hurt. I don't know if he's going to play against his old team. I just don't like this game at all either.
There's going to be a lot of Packer fans there.
A ton of Packers fans there. God.
Yeah, this one's ugly.
It's so ugly.
So we don't know if Adams is playing?
Yeah, no, he was hurt.
Hard questionable, or is he...
The way he talked, he had to nut up and come back in the game. He didn't think he's going to be able to keep playing. He did come back in the second half to play. But I don't know what that's going to feel like in the coming days. Give me the Packers. I don't like it. Give me the Packers. I assume he's going to run the football, play defense. Give me the Packers.
Give me the Raiders. They're going to bounce back. Hold their ground.
You're probably right. I don't like it.
Sunday Night Football. Your Dallas Cowboys head to Santa Clara. San Francisco 49ers are a 3.5-point favorite. This could be an NFC Championship preview, hopefully, for the both of us. The Cowboys had a bad loss 2 weeks ago, bounced back, proved it was nothing by dominating Bill Belichick. 49ers have looked like the best team in football through 4 weeks. Who you got?
It concerns me. We talked about the defense. Defense looked really good. How good does the offense look if the defense doesn't get them turnovers and give them favorable field position? Can they go 80, 70, 60 yards against a quality top-level defense? I don't think they've shown that yet. A lot of options on the defensive line as far as getting after Purdy a little bit. I do think that the game against the Cowboys, that's probably the worst he's looked.
Probably.
You would know more than me, but eye test. I thought that's probably the worst he's looked. Still won a game.
A lot of people said that's the worst they looked, but he also a lot of pressure, and he did make a couple big throws in that game.
He did.
It was also his first huge test. It was the biggest test of his life.
Stage. It concerns me a little bit, man, how much the Cowboys are putting into this game. I don't know if you've seen some of the stuff about this game, talking about losing last year and thinking about all offseason. They got to win this game. And da-da-da-da.
Well, that's how I feel with the Niners Eagles.
Yeah. So I just worry, I don't know, man. There's so many weapons for the Niners. America's team. I got the flag. So we're not rocking the flag. It's for America. It's for the people. I got to tell you what, though. I just think there's something about this Niners team. I think I picked them to win the Super Bowl. I'm taking the Niners.
You pansy.
I picked against the Cowboys last week and they won. So
I already typed it in. I will be taking the Niners. They've scored 30 points every game this year. Well, now 35. They had to ruin their 30 streak and score 35. The Cowboys could win this game. If they do, they have to get after Purdy, which they can because the 49ers' right tackle is garbage. So Micah Parsons will have 2 sacks in this game. Promise.
Well, here's the thing. He was a little banged up yesterday.
Oh, now we're talking.
Zach Martin is banged up.
Mm-hmm.
He might not play.
Now, the Niners' interior is awesome. The interior D-line is awesome.
Oh, yeah. I think Zach Martin will play, but he's not 100%. I know what the 49ers are. This is a litmus test game for the Cowboys, especially on offense. You don't know what a McCarthy-called offense looks like yet against an elite defense.
Yep. That is the question. I think the Cowboys will for sure slow down the Niners. The Niners are not going to score 30 points in this game. The question is, can the Cowboys score 20? Because 20, like last year, what was 23-17 was the final last year?
Yep.
That's going to be about what it's going to be again. Both the 2 great defenses. This is probably 2 of the top 4 defenses in the league.
Absolutely.
So it's not going to be a high-scoring game.
If Pollard stays healthy this game, use him in the run game, use him in the pass game, I think they can create some issues. But like I said, can they consistently go down the field against a team that's not going to hand it to you? That's the question. And again, you can't take everything away against that kind of offense. Purdy, CMC, Kittle, Debo, Ayuk. It's ridiculous. Can't take everything away.
They do have a lot of weapons. If everybody can stay healthy, that is the toughest offense. As long as the offensive line holds up, that's their issue, is the offensive line, especially the right side.
Yeah.
So as long as they can stay in 3rd and short, they'll be golden. I think the Niners will win. I will say 24. No. I'll go the same as last year, 23-17. I like it.
So I could see like a 27-17 type deal. If it was me,
Niners will be held to a few field goals.
You have to stop CMC.
Yeah.
100%. That is the one guy I think they have to focus on is stopping him. And I think he can do it, but I'm 100% telling Brock Purdy, drop back and beat me.
And he will do it. MVP Brock Purdy you're talking about right there.
I asked the question. I think he should be getting more love for MVP. But, yeah, I think that's a tough environment, and like I said, I want to see what the offense does against that level of defense, that speed. I still remember last year, just Warner and Greenlaw all over the damn field. Man, they couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
Those
the
guys
linebackers
were
are great.
insane.
Now the interior is better. Secondary is better. So.
Yeah. And Dak has to play clean football.
Dak definitely has to play clean football. If
So
Dak throws 3 interceptions in this game,
it's a rout.
I'm just saying, just imagine the talk shows for the next week.
Oh God! If he throws 1 interception, he gets killed.
It's true. That's why Brock just don't throw any.
He plays well. We'll see what he does Sunday night.
He's going to do
Over
great.
under 45.
Under.
What did I say?
And that's respect to both teams, but especially to the Cowboys, because like I said, the Niners have scored 30 points in every single game.
Yeah. Well, it's just...
This is also the first true test for the Niners. Like, they haven't faced a murderer's row exactly.
That's true.
So, especially defensive teams.
It's a good point.
Mm-hmm. That's all I deliver are good points.
That's You haven't hiccuped one time, have you?
Thank God. I had to leave.
A gamer. What did I tell you?
I've coughed a few times. I had to leave and go upstairs before we started and chug a water as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And I did eat a one of these little keto Quest's peanut butter Reese's with 1
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Way to go.
Did do that for you.
This was your hiccup performance.
1 hour, 6 minutes. Great. So 6 minutes over, but that's a buffer. Get a 10-minute buffer.
That's fine. We did good.
So maybe people will actually watch this since it's a little shorter.
Yeah. That'd help people out. Yeah. I think Eric watches every week, but he was like, it's a little lengthy.
Yeah, once he said that, I was like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, when he shortened it. Anything else for the people? Week 4 finishing up, going into week 5. Big Sunday night matchup. Anything else?
No, I don't think so. Let's
go Cowboys.
You just picked the Cowboys so that all the pressure's on the Niners, didn't you?
Every time I pick the Cowboys, they lose. Every time I don't pick them, they win. So let's go America. America's with you as you go to California, take on those evil, sorry, no good, rotten 40. Steve Young is a bitch. All right? Let's just say that right now. All of them.
Steve Young is a wonderful, wonderful man. I wish I had the Stephen A video of him laughing after every Cowboys loss, just so I could share it to end this. That'd be perfect.
But if they lose, you know what to start the pod with next week.
Yeah, that's true. That'd be me. Ha! All right. Let's go, Brock Purdy.
Off the cuff. Enjoy the football. Let's go, Cowboys.
Let's go, Love. But not Jordan.
He's anti-love. I'm pro-love.
Goodbye.